Good morning students, welcome to VLSI Design. Now we are going to discuss about main steps in VLSI Physical Design. Whenever we talk about VLSI Physical Design, assume that we have already the circuit netlist available. Typically it is a transistor level or it may be a gate level. So like that here the physical VLSI design can be the following steps. One is partitioning and floor planning, placement, routing, static time analysis, signal integrity and crosstalk issues, clock and power timing issues. And last one is physical verification and design sign-off. So after completion of all these steps, we can get a VLSI chip. So but in our syllabus only the three steps are present. One is partitioning and floor planning. Second one is placement. And the third one is nothing but routing. So first see the floor planning. So before going to see the floor planning, take on an analogy. That is, suppose we are building a house from scratch. It is not that the flat you buy someone else has constructed. So you need a floor area. You want to create your own floor plan and you must to create your own design with respect to rooms and spacing and so on. So that is our agenda in the floor planning. Suppose for example here our module that means we are constructing a building means we have an idea, that means two bedrooms and one drawing room and one kitchen, so like that we are planning. So here different modules are present. These modules are our that means building rooms. So that is different modules are present. So how we build these modules in our designed, that means in our floor area. So chip planning. So how we can construct these blocks in the chip. So here different modules. So I build my modules like that. So here block A is present. Here I build on block B, so block C and block D and block E, so like that. So this is nothing but our floor area. Here we constructed our blocks like that. Okay, so there is a separation between these two blocks. Why these two blocks are separated means, so whenever we want to move one room to other room, we need some area. So for that purpose, I separated these two blocks like that. Okay, so these two blocks are simply called as a routing. Okay, so whenever the channel is present, then only we can move from one room to the other room. And here these are nothing but the IO blocks. So these blocks, this is this one, this one, this one, this one. So the small blocks are nothing but the IO blocks. So these blocks are simply called as a pin locations. Suppose here this is nothing but our building where we can place the windows and doors, where we can locate the doors and windows means at a fixed place. So like that here we can locate our pin location. And this is nothing but the wiring connections. So in order to connect this one, so definitely VLSI chip is present means we want to connect the supply and the ground. So how we can connect the supply and the ground means like that. So the ground lines are nothing but the dark shaded lines are the ground lines, and this is nothing but the power supply, that is a VDD is nothing but a dotted line indication. So these lines are nothing but the power supply lines. So these blocks are nothing but the IO pads. So these pin locations are nothing but the IO blocks. So like that we can design the VLSI design flow. That means a total chip. So first see what is meant by floor planning. Floor planning is nothing but these blocks. So this is our block where I can fix my block. Whether my block is a rectangular shape or a square shape or a L shape. So anyway, our room is a rectangular or a square, or it is in the L shape, like that we can build. That is our idea, where we can place our blocks in the total entire chip. So that is called as a floor planning. So the number of circuit blocks have to be laid out on the silicon floor. And next, determine the route position of each of the block, where we can fix our blocks in the silicon floor. That is nothing but the determination of the position of each of the blocks. And the shape of the blocks, whether our blocks are nothing but a rectangular, square, like that. And that are flexible means we can change the shape of the blocks. So that is nothing but the flexible. And the next, determine the pin location of the blocks so that the interconnections must be easily routed in the feature. So after taking the interconnection, that is easily to route all the blocks. So that is nothing but a floor planning. So here one design is present. Take it as an example. So the total size of this is nothing but a 48. Suppose I have a very big design. So I am capable of fabricating 1 million gates in my chip. But in my design, a 25 million chips, for example, 25 million chips of gates are available. So I have to break these gates like that. I have to partition my design in 3 parts. Why? Because that means I am capable of fabricating 1 million gates in the chip. But in our design, 2.5 millions of gates are available means. So it's difficult to route all these gates. So for that purpose, I break my design like that. So here the size of this one is 15. That means 15 number of gates are present. Here 16 number of gates are present. Here totally 17 gates are present. Total size is nothing but 48. But at a time, whenever I build 48 gates in the VLSI chip, it's a complicated one. For that purpose, I partitioned like that. So here, so to connect these two blocks, so this is the first block and this is 2 block. So in order to connect these blocks, I need only 4 lines. That means cut sets. And in order to connect this one, that is nothing but I need a 4 connection. So like that, it's easy to route all the entire gates. So it's the easiest one. So see a small example. So this is nothing but the blocks and wires or areas. So our netlist is this one. So how I can place my design in the that means designed area, that means silicon floor. So after partitioning all these one. So after partitioning all the parts, I can place my area on the silicon chip. That means I can place my design whatever I selected the area, there I can place my design on the silicon chip. So that is nothing but the floor planning. So here the example of floor planning and representation. See data structure base. So this is nothing but my floor plan. So this is our silicon chip area. There we can constructed 1, 2 like that, totally 8 rooms like that. So how we can represent all these rooms by taking the algorithm for the floor plan. So this is just our idea. So how we can construct these in terms of the data structure based one. So see one example. So plus indicates the horizontal and the star indicates the vertical. Suppose this is our area. So if I take a vertical line, so this is a partition in 2 parts. One is A and the second one is B. So vertical means what is the symbol here which we use star. So this is the star symbol. Star symbol means A and B blocks are is in the vertical one. So like that here one block is A and the second block is called as a B. So this is nothing but the vertical rooms. This is the total entire chip. So one design is placed here and one design is placed here means, so like that we can algorithmically constructed these two blocks. And here this is nothing but our area and this is nothing but the horizontal line. So the horizontal line, here I constructed two blocks, one is A and a B. So horizontal means take it as a plus. And after that it is a horizontally constructed, that is A and B. A and B with a plus sign is present means the design is nothing but the horizontal. That means these two blocks are constructed in the horizontal way. Take one critical example. So this is a block A. Again it is partitioned into two parts. This is A, B and C. So first here take it as a total area partitioned into two parts with a vertical line. So that is vertical line means take the star symbol and it is partition, take A. And after that one here it is a partition, again it is partitioned into two. That is nothing but in the horizontal way I partitioned the two blocks. So horizontal means take the plus symbol and after that two blocks are is in the horizontal line. So like way. So in the data structured mode a prefixed mode is present. How we can prefix those A and B star. So A, B star is nothing but the prefixed representation of the data flow. And suppose AB plus. This is nothing but how we can represent this one. So first B and C are plus. And after that B, C are plus. And after that next one is nothing but the total entire is nothing but the star symbol. That means this total entire. 1 minute. So this total entire thing, this is a one part. So this is a first part. So this part is the first one. After that A is with vertical. A is vertical means a star symbol. So like that we can represent our data. So this is nothing but the So first see here, this is nothing but 3 and 6. 3 and 6 are nothing but the vertical. Vertical is a star. And the total entire is a vertical with 1. The total entire is vertical. B and C are in the horizontal one, not a vertical. Horizontal. Horizontal means plus symbol. 3 and 6 are the plus symbol. And entire thing is again horizontal with 1. So the entire thing is again horizontal with 1. Okay, so this is a one part. And after that one, this is the whole one combination. This is over. And the next 2 and 5. 2 and 5 are is in the vertical combination. 2 and 5 are is in the vertical combination, this one. And this is nothing but the horizontal one. So 4 and this total entire block is nothing but a horizontal. Horizontal means plus the entire thing, and this is nothing but this one are the plus indication. This. And after that one 7 and 8 are is in the horizontal one. Horizontal means plus symbol. So this is nothing but this one. But these 3 are is in the vertical. This is a one vertical and this is the second vertical. So the total entire thing is vertical. So the total entire thing and these are vertical. So this will combines total entire. And after that one this total entire thing will combines. So this plus. So like that we can place our blocks in the floor plan. So this is the flow chart, not a flow chart, this is an algorithm for the floor plan representation. And see some important points of the floor plan. So a good floor plan should meet the following constraints. So number one, minimize the total chip area, and the second one, make routing phase easy. So good floor planning meet the following requirements. And the second, improve the performance by reducing the signal delay. And what are the goals which are present in the floor planning means arrange the blocks on a chip, and the second one, decide the location of the I/O pads, and the third one is decide the location and the number of power pads, and decide the type of power distribution, and decide the location and the type of the clock distribution. So these are all the goals of the floor plan. So these nothing but in order to get a good floor plan, definitely the three requirements are necessary. One is nothing but the minimize the total chip area. Second one, make routing space. That means in order to connect those two, that means two connected blocks. How we can, these two are interconnected means by taking the routing. And the last one, to improve the performance by reducing the signal delay. If the number of signals are more means automatically performance is reduces. So if the signal delay are reduces means automatically the performance is improves. So this is all about floor planning. And in the next video we will see about next place.